What's up, y'all? This is Young Scar, La Herida. I'm in P.E.G podcast, Between the Lines. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so you was born in the U.S. or raised in Honduras, or were you born in Honduras or raised in U.S.?
I was actually born in U.S., but when I was 2 months old, my parents took me back to Honduras, and that's where I lived for 12 years.
You had a lot of experience with both culture. So how did that shape you as an artist today?
Well, even though I came here when I was 12, um, I still have in me my culture and everything. It was like different from what I used to see when I was in Honduras, because like the system over here is like I said, very different. Even in school, it was a little bit kind of hard, you know. But still, I still managed to find a way to interact with people and things like that. So now, back then, my English wasn't that good, so now I'm able to talk to y'all, interact with y'all, and that's what helps me to whenever I'm performing in front of y'all, to talk in front of cameras, to talk with y'all, and to interact with the public when I'm about to
You
perform.
also did a song, which was what you performed, that was dedicated to Honduras. Why did you create a song that was dedicated to your country?
The reason I dedicated that song to my country is because even though I'm far from where my roots come from, I still like have that love for that country, because no matter what, I'm always gonna have Honduras in my heart, in my blood. So that's why I decided to make that song for my country, because I really love their culture, the food, the people, and everything.
What does home mean to you?
Home for me, even though I'm far from my actual home, for me, home is like just being around my family, interacting with my sisters and everything. Even though my parents are not here, they're in my country. I still have that. I still receive that love from my sister, which it feels like I'm home. Or sometimes when I go to, let's say, a Honduran place and I eat like my culture plates and everything, it's just like I'm home. Or let's say I find someone from Honduras over here and we're starting speaking our lingo and our slang and everything. It's just like I'm home, and I could actually communicate with them, and they will understand every single word I'm saying.
You also decided to be an American soldier. Not only, like I said, experiencing two different countries. So what inspired you to do that?
What inspired me to become a military soldier is to become a better version of me, try to do something in my future, not just be like wandering around, because I actually want to do something in this world. I want to leave a mark in this world. And that's why I'm singing and at the same time doing a career, so I could leave at least something in here. Like they will be like, oh, look, Young Scar, or as they know me in the army, Contreras. You know what I'm saying? So they would be like, oh, he was like this, he was like that. So it's just to become a better version of me. That's what I'm trying to do.
So, how do you stay culturally balanced and true to who you are on both sides?
So the way I maintain a balance between those two is when I'm at work, I'm someone, but when in my room, I'm another person. I'm not saying that I changed like character wise or like behavior wise. No, I'm talking about when I'm at work, I'm always like speaking English and with all my friends, co-workers and everything. But when I'm home, I be talking to my sisters, my mom and my dad, and that's what keep me with my Honduran culture. I keep with my accent and everything. So that's what helps me like being a balance between uh the American culture and the Honduran
A lot
culture.
of us, or some of us don't speak Spanish. So, how can you translate that and then break it down? What it meant for you in that song?
Okay, so in the beginning of the song, I'd be like, eh, venimos con algo nuevo, which is like a new way like to say we're coming with something new, like a new type of beat. And the reason I said puro catracho is because that's another way to call Hondurans, right? They be like in Spanish they call them Hondureños, but If you're Hispanic, you're gonna know that they call us catrachos too because of a general from back in the days. And then when I say de dónde lo escucho, de dónde lo veo, me recuerdo de la ciudad de San Pedro, Tegucigalpa, también te corté. Todos esos lugares ya los visité. What I mean by that is like where I hear, like it's saying like where I hear you from or where I see you from. It's like no matter where the place is at, I'm always gonna be with Honduras. And when I be like me recuerdo de la ciudad de San Pedro. It's like I remember the city of San Pedro, which is that's a city. Tegucigalpa, which is the capital. La Cepa, which is like one of the famous beaches in there. And now, when I say jugando pelota afuera a pie y no me da pena, así me crié. That means that um, when I was in Honduras, I used to play soccer, right? But I didn't play with no shoes. I used to play in the streets like barefoot. So when I say that, and when I say, no me da pena, así me crié, it's like I'm not ashamed of how I was raised. So even though I was like raised like over there, like with my family playing in the streets, like barefoot, I'm not ashamed of that because I could say I had a really good childhood. That's what I could say. And then when I say, ¿dónde están mis catrachos que siempre que se divierten lo hacen al 100? That means that where are my Honduran people that every time they have fun, they always gonna do it like 100%. They're gonna have fun 100% no matter what. That's what I mean.
So, what is a message you want people from now all over to know about Young Scar?
About Young Scar, Young Scar, y'all could probably see me and then y'all would think like, damn, that boy looks serious, or he looks like he's gonna be like, like all grumpy and things like that. But no, Young Scar is well, at least I feel like I'm a nice person. I like interacting with everybody. I like to be friendly. If you're gonna talk to me, obviously I'm gonna respond back in a respectful way. Try not to offend you because everything here is about being respectful. You know what I'm saying? So don't, if you ever see me or something like that, you want to approach me, don't be scared. It's not that I'm saying that I'm a big celebrity or something like that, but like don't be scared and everything because I'm gonna try my best to make you feel as comfortable as you can.
You gotta get stay present. No lie, your music is dope. You're dope. You're fire. So, where can people get in contact with you? Where can we follow you? Your social media?
Well, my social media and Instagram, I used to have a different username, but now my username is my artist name, which is YNG SCAR. You could go see Al Cien, which is spelled AL 100. Al Cien by YNG SCAR, which is me, Young Scar. But that's how you're gonna find it in YouTube, in Spotify, Apple Music, every single platform you got. You're gonna find it there. Al Cien representing my country on Honduras.
Hey, like that.